connecting Indigenous musicians and artists to the world. Welcome to Indigenous Superstars with your host, Rhonda Head.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, Indigenous Superstars, coming to you live from Scofield and Cree Nation. I'm in the heart of Cree OCN in Big Eddy, Manitoba. So I haven't said that for a long time. So I'm doing show 85, or not show, my guest 85 since I started in April of 2020. So I'm pretty excited for the show this evening, and I just want to do a little promo of a music award that I'm organizing, and I'm postponing the deadline from July 31st to September 30th. So I still didn't update the website yet, but I'll be doing that this weekend, and I'm doing that because I'm in the process of getting the Indigenous Superstars award show incorporated. So I kind of put a hold onto it, and then once I get incorporated, I'm just going to go full speed. And right now I'm working on the award, me and my sister. So it's really beautiful, and I can't wait to show the award, and then we're going to make 25 more of them. So it's really exciting. So here's the video of the award show.
It's an evening of celebration as the inaugural Indigenous Superstars Music Awards 2021 features 26 categories and the chance to take home Top Honor of the Year. This awards ceremony will increase awareness of a songwriter's craft and gain recognition online and through promotion. The show will be streamed live on Indigenous Superstars and Frog Radio, with an announcement coming soon on the date of our awards celebration. To register your songs or single, they must have been released and distributed on Spotify between January 1st, 2019 and July 31st, 2021 at midnight. Entries for submissions are already underway. For all the details and to see the list of 26 categories, plus hear artist song entries, please visit our website at indigenousuperstars.com.
So there you go. That's what I'm working on for late fall, to have an award show to give our Indigenous musicians a platform to showcase their music. So like the video said, the submissions are coming in, and so if you want, you still have time to submit your song, because I'm going to be extending it to the end of September. The other announcement I want to make, I want to congratulate Roseanne Archibald for being the first Indigenous woman to be elected into the Assembly of First Nations Grand Chief. So I'm really excited for her and her team. Big shout out to Tanya Cameron, who is her campaign manager. Good job. And it's so excited to see women in leadership roles, because that's how it always has been, and it's coming back full circle. So that's really wonderful to see. And once again, congratulations to the Assembly of First Nations National Chief Roseanne Archibald. And finally, my last announcement is that I've been wanting to tell people for so long, but I was told to keep it hush hush. Good evening there. Thank you for tuning in. But I put my name, I let my name stand for the SOCAN Board of Directors, and it was a elected position, and I got elected. So I'm really excited to be the Western rep for the SOCAN board, and I'm glad be representing all the musicians across Canada, of course, and of course diversity as well. And I'm really excited to be part of this board, and it's going to be a lot of learning and a good learning process. So I'm ready to work hard for the musicians, like I have been already, and I'm congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about my new position, and then we start on July 13th. It's pretty exciting. Congrats. Thank you so much. So I just want to say that SOCAN serves music creators, music publishers, and visual artists, ensures users are licensed to play and collect and distribute royalties in Canada and worldwide for all SOCAN members. And there's like members right across Canada. So I'm, like I said, I'm really excited to be a part of this board. I just want to say thank you for tuning in, to all the people tuning in this evening. And if you feel like posting, you could post it, and I'll bring it up on the screen and give you a shout out as well. So Kim Stafford, thanks for commenting, and the other two says Facebook users. So I'm not sure who's posting, but I posted up your posts. So, like I said, I'm on my guest 85 tonight, so I'm really excited. She's a really good friend of mine. I met her a few places on the music scene, on the music trail, and that's Sandy Scofield. And I'm just going to read her bio. It's a long way from playing Cajun party music to a cappella vocal arrangements of First Nation songs to composing and sound design for theater dance, including Vancouver's opera Missing, about the murdered and missing Indigenous women in Canada, and for the Aboriginal welcoming song commissioned for the 2010 Winter Olympics opening ceremonies. Sandy Scofield has invested a tremendous spirit navigating and negotiating through a life dedicated to music, sometimes on her own and sometimes with collaborators. She studied full-time at Vancouver Community College, taking their 2-year jazz music program. She holds an undergrad degree in music composition acquired at the esteemed Simon Fraser University School for Contemporary Arts, studying under the likes of Canadian new music composer Owen Underhill and electro-acoustic music with pioneer Barry Troe. Sandy is a multi-award-winning composer, musician, musical director, singer, songwriter, and performer. She has studied classical, jazz, African, Indonesian, gamelan, and electro-acoustic music. She's a Métis from the Saulteaux and Cree Nation. She hails from 4 generations of fiddlers, singers, and musicians. Please welcome my awesome friend and sister, Sandy Scofield. Hey!
Hi, Rhonda.
How's it going?
It's going.
All right, on.
Wherever it goes, I'm going behind it.
That's right. So I'm so glad to have you on my show tonight. Like I was telling the audience that we met, I believe it was in Montreal, right? At the
I don't even remember. I don't remember where I meet people. Like half the time we just start emailing each other, and then when we meet, it's like, oh yeah, I know you. But
yeah, we were Facebook friends. Yeah, we were Facebook friends, and then I'm pretty sure it was Montreal at the Indigenous Music Summit, because I remember it was you I first met there and Pura Fay.
Yeah, I don't remember, dear. I'm a couple of minutes old.
And then we also met at a residency at the Banff Center.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah, and then again at the Indigenous. Did you make it to New Orleans?
You bet I did.
Okay, and there too. That's where we also hung out.
You bet I met there.
So it's so awesome. I get to meet incredible musicians such as yourself, and then we get to become really good friends and sisters. And it's always great to follow you on your social media. And I'm really I was really happy when I got to hear you play your music at the Banff Center. Your music just blew me away. It was you're so talented. So I'm so happy that you're my 85th guest tonight.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be your 85th guest. Thank you for having me, Rhonda.
So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions here. So what made you get into music and what inspired you?
Well, it's funny because my very first discipline was visual art. I was completely obsessed as a child and a teenager. And Oh, it's a really long story, but let me just put it this way. When I left home at 18, I started doing music. So, what I learned from doing visual art to music is that the creative impetus is the same. No matter what discipline you're working in, the desire to create is the same. So, and I come from a musical family too. I have lots of memories of being a little kid and all the family get-togethers and all the instruments would come out. So that's where I come from.
That's awesome. So where do you get your inspiration to write your lyrics and compose your melodies?
Okay, so anybody I've ever really admired has said the same thing. Anyone whose work I admired, they all say the same thing, and that is that you have to create from something that is your truth. So that to me is the thing that cuts through the unspoken thing that you can't put your finger on when you feel someone has really touched you as an audience member. So I aspire to write things from a place that is something that's real for me, not just a bunch of, I rarely write love songs because I'm interested in the human condition and this time in history, you know. So that's not really answering your question. Where do I get my inspiration from? I have a compulsion to create. I've come to realize many times throughout my life that when the phone wasn't ringing and I couldn't pay the rent, I felt like quitting, that I always came back to, I have a compulsion to do this, regardless of the reaction to it. So that's what's kept me going, and that I think is my inspiration, just to create.
That's so awesome. So reading your bio, your bio said that you composed the Aboriginal welcome song for the Winter Olympics. Did you
Yes.
perform it?
I'm one of the singers. I got to pick all the singers, and of course, I got anybody who's anybody. I live in Vancouver here, so let's see. Inez was on it. Kim Gucci was on it. Murray Porter was on it. Russell Wallace was on it. I can't remember everybody that was on it, but Ray Thunderchild, definitely one of the best powwow singers we have out here. He was on it. So yeah, there was probably about 10 singers, and then we just multi-tracked so that it sounds like a huge group of people. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So can you tell us about the experience singing that at the opening ceremonies?
Well, no, it wasn't live. It was all pre-recorded, and they gave me 2 tickets to the opening ceremonies, and it was really tempting to sell them because as we were coming in, there were people with signs saying they'd paid $1,200 for a ticket. And so it was so tempting, but then I was like, I have to witness this, right? I went with my Fire and Chief Moon, and it was spectacular. It was state of the art. It was really fantastic.
Well, it must have been incredible to see your song being showcased there.
I just silently wept in my chair, It was like,
I guess so.
Yeah.
You must have been so proud to see that.
Yeah, my dad called me later and said he was watching and he was crying too.
That's so awesome. That's so wonderful. That is so awesome. And the other question I have is about you collaborated with the opera for
yes,
Vancouver's Opera Missing. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, I didn't collaborate. I was hired to do the sound design. So they basically had pretty good ideas of what they wanted. I just executed their cues. That's what it was. And then I went to see the opera, and it's breathtaking. It's beautiful. The sets are beautiful. The singing is fantastic, and it's all an Indigenous cast for the most part. There's some non-Indigenous singers, but all the principals are Indigenous trained singers. It's very exciting.
That is exciting. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. Mm-hmm. I hope they tour it soon, or I hope they revive it and tour it.
It needs to go back east. It's been out here a few times in the locations out in the west here, but it should go across the country for sure.
For sure. So I'm also you were nominated for Juno Nominations. Can you tell us which albums of yours that were nominated?
Three nominations. So I have 4 albums, well, 5 albums out if you count the Esquire Singers. So 3 of my albums were nominated back to back to back to back, and I haven't won.
Wow, that's incredible.
But it's funny because Tom Cochran, my drummer, plays with Tom Cochran too, and I saw Tom at the Junos one year, and I said, "Shit, I've been nominated 3 times," and he said, "I was nominated 5 times." He said, "Don't worry, they'll eventually give you one." Yeah,
that's good advice. So, are you working on new material?
I'm just wrapping up a CD. I'm finishing a song with Pudafe. And the working title for the CD is Red Earth, but I think I'm going to call it Nippy Water. And it has various guests. Raven from Digging Roots is playing guitar on a song. Kinney Starr and I co-wrote a song. She's on there. Two Cardinals on there reciting some Cree before we go into a traditional song. I have some really nice guests on there, so I think it's going to be a nice album.
It sounds like it.
I don't know. Yeah. You know how it is. You're so close to it. It's hard to be objective.
All your music that you create and write and perform is it's so amazing. I was just blown away when you performed and when we had our recital or when we showcased our music. Yeah, it was just like you were really, really, really good and
well, thank you, Rhonda.
Yeah, and there's there's a reason why you got nominated 3 times for a Juno. Your music is really, really awesome, and you create beautiful pieces and melodies, and the lyrics are powerful. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your new material.
Oh, thank you, Rhonda.
So I'm gonna see if we can play your video that you did at the Talking Stick Festival.
Okay.
It's called, let's see. It's called
Black Crow.
Black Crow, yep. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I can't wait to hear your new stuff that you're coming out with.
Thank you, Rhonda.
So you were also a touring musician.
Mhm. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you toured around the world. So what were some of the most memorable places that you've toured?
Oh, God. I absolutely adored, let's see, I've performed at several Indigenous festivals throughout Indigenous Mexico. I've loved various places. No tourists, all for uh, the Mexicans, right? I've really enjoyed that. And then I really enjoyed, we spent a week in Seoul, Korea. I like that very much. And we did a concert in Vienna. That was fun. And I would say a festival in the south of France. Those are some of the highlights for me. Just really wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my sister from Missouri, her name is Michelle. She said very, very, very nice. So she really liked the video that we just played.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I got people from all over tune in, and they also watch the show after, and they listen to the podcast after as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, how did you cope with this pandemic? Is that what you did, creating your video, your new music?
Well, I had a very bad accident February 21st of this year. I fell down some cement stairs and I broke my pelvis and I broke my tailbone. I ended up in the hospital for the last 3 months. So I've been out for 3 months now. And I would say this has foreshadowed anything else to do with the pandemic, has been recovering from this accident. So that's really answering your question, but that's the reality for me. That's been.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, Sandy.
You know what? Everything happens for a reason. I must have needed to just chill and rest. And fortunately, I'd gotten my income tax done. I'd gotten everything done that I needed to do that was pressing in terms of deadline. And so I'm just recovering. That's all. And trying to finish the song with Kuefe. We're doing it long distance, so it's a bit of a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. You're looking healthy. You have a good, nice, healthy aura glowing there. A glowing aura, I should say. So do you have where can we find your music online?
Oh, you can't. No. You can go to iTunes. It's on iTunes.
Okay. Do you have any other social media links that people can go
Oh,
check you out?
yeah. I haven't, because of the accident, I have been keeping up with Twitter and all the rest of it, but I don't do TikTok. I'm
Okay.
probably my Instagram account, and I post my new material on SoundCloud. And
Oh, okay. Do you have a Spotify account where people can go
I
check
believe
music?
there's one. There's a holding one for me, but I haven't claimed it yet.
Oh, okay.
I will once this record comes out, right? Like, I'll have to work my butt off once we get ready to release here.
Yeah, all their marketing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any parting final words to say?
Oh, what do I have to say? Um, Whatever you do, don't look under the bed tonight when you go to bed.
I never look under my bed.
Other than that, no, everything's fine.
But glad to see you're doing well. I'm glad you're recovering, and I'm glad we got to visit for a
Yeah,
bit. You know, I can't wait to visit in real life again. You know, we're slowly opening up slowly. Thank
yeah.
goodness.
I think
And
the International Indigenous Summit's going to be good next year. I don't think it was that good this year, but hey, what do I know?
yeah, I had a hard time signing in, so it
Okay.
it wasn't user friendly. Is all I could say.
Oh,
The
well,
program
whatever.
that they chose, it was kind of difficult to navigate. So that's why I
Oh,
think they had
low
trouble
attendance.
with their low attendance. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I wanted to go, and I just finally gave up trying to trying to log
gotta
in,
get in. Too
which is
bad.
unfortunate because it's yeah. And then next year, did they say where it's going to be next year?
I haven't been following, so I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
But for sure, yes, we'll have to meet there. I think it's going to be huge
Yes,
too, for
yes, it's
sure.
gonna be good. I'm gonna go.
And I think the Kamloops powwow will probably be big too. I think
Yay,
people
Rupa!
will want to,
Love
yeah,
that.
I think a lot of powwow people will want to go and support the community there for sure
Yes,
with the
yes.
children that they found at their residential school.
Well, they're gonna find them at every school, aren't they?
Oh yeah, we got two former residential schools here in in my area, plus a
Awesome.
sanatorium. So they're right now they're in meetings on how they're going to start planning the to locate the children
Mm,
and the people that were sent to the sanatorium. So we have to brace ourselves here in our community too, because like every time I hear a community when they announce how many children are found, it just triggers everyone, right? And it just
that's right.
cry. It's just it's devastating. Even though
Yeah.
we knew the story is going on, like we heard it from our parents and grandparents, and but no one was listening to them. But the you know the children are being found, and they can't, they have to listen. There, it's loud and clear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So thank you again for tuning or for being my 85th guest, and I look forward to seeing you on the music trail and getting to watch you perform live. I can't wait
Thank
to hear your
you.
new music.
Ditto. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. It's been a pleasure being the 85th guest.
Awesome. So wonderful. Yeah. So I just want to tell the people, thank you for tuning in. Alexander, Romeo, I'll message you later. My sister, Michelle from Missouri, thank you for tuning in. And the other guests that posted. And I just want to tell everyone to continue to be safe, social distance, even though we're slowly opening up, we still need to be careful. And you know, we still need to wear our masks here in Manitoba anyways, and get vaccinated. I'm double vaccinated, so now I could travel, but I'm just doing everything slowly. I'm not going to rush into anything right now, and I want to say that tune in next week, and I have an awesome guest. It's Clint Dudium, and he's a really awesome
No clue.
musician in Manitoba,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to hear him I can't wait to hear him perform. And he's like one of the best fiddle players in Manitoba. So make sure you tune in next week. So I guess kasagi tin, and I'll see you next week.
Tune in again next time when Rhonda interviews another up-and-coming Indigenous superstar. Only on Indigenous Superstar.